Montevideo is the capital of Uruguay, and it's on the southernmost part of the country, right by the Atlantic Ocean. I lived in Montevideo for 6 months. I was actually in the mission offices there, and I thought that was a wonderful experience for me. It was interesting, definitely, to get to kind of see the difference between life in the capital and life in, small, like little rural areas, towns. So in Montevideo, mainly I would say it's basically just similar to any other, metropolitan area. There are about 2 million people in the capital there, so it's pretty big. So people there are busy, they walk fast along the streets. They have a few tall buildings there, maybe 12, 13 stories there, a couple of those, and then a bunch of, middle-sized buildings. But so people work there, they're focused on their work just like any other major metropolitan area. But being a South American country, they're also pretty focused on, they really enjoy soccer a lot, so they have one really big soccer stadium there in the capital as well, and a lot of people will, go there, watch the games, watch their national teams practice, things like that. In Montevideo, people will do basically the same things as you would expect from any other, capital city. They have a lot of, just office jobs and things like that. But as far as weather, Uruguay overall, the weather is pretty simple. At least from what I observed, like it gets pretty hot in the summer and pretty cold in the winter. No snow or anything like that. A little bit more humid than some places, and so that kind of intensifies the heat in the summer and the cold in the winter. But other than that, no major, natural disasters or anything like that. No earthquakes or tornadoes or tsunamis or anything like that. So one interesting thing about the weather, though, is since the country lies on the southern hemisphere, the seasons are actually backwards. So during summertime here in the U.S., it'll be wintertime in Uruguay, which, it's kind of interesting. And as far as like transportation, they use the bus, public bus system a lot there, and they also have a lot of taxis there. Not only in Montevideo, but throughout the whole country, they use a lot of taxis, and that's one of the main ways us missionaries got around, was by taxi. There are not a lot of areas so let me just mention that when I was there, none of the areas had cars at all, and I don't think they do still. A couple areas had bikes, but other than that, most of the areas in the mission are walking. So make sure to bring some comfortable walking shoes. In Montevideo, I would say it's exciting because it's a big place, lots of people, things going on. Sometimes they would have parades in the streets or whatnot, and so that was kind of fun.